Hello my dear friends, and welcome back to my YouTube channel on LELB Society. I am Dr. Hariri. My complete name is Muhammad Hussein Hariri Asl. I am the creator and administrator of LELB Society at lelb.net. I'm here to make an assessment of one of the IELTS essay task 1 writing or reports written by one of the LELB Society's students. So in this presentation or lesson, we are going to practice a lot of vocabulary items, pronunciation, essay writing for IELTS, skills, then techniques, and even grammar points and many others. So I'm going to use my digital board, as you might be familiar with, and and also there are so many flashcards in this IELTS essay report. IELTS essay task 1 is a report that is made or just created on the basis of a visual let's say data output. So let me show something to you. This is the photo that should be analyzed. I mean the graph or line graph that should be analyzed. I will give you one chance to just digest it, because the passage, the report written by LELB Society students has been just written on the basis of these photos. So please try to analyze that and keep a record of that. Alright, so, and what about the instructions? The chart below gives information about science qualifications held by people in 2 countries. Summarize the information by selecting and reporting the main features and make comparisons when relevant. Where relevant. And as you can see, the 2 nations are Malaysia and Singapore, and it refers to science qualifications. This chart is so simple and it's not that complicated. The first bar refers to, or horizontal bar refers to, the master's degree, which is considered to be a high level of education, and the second one actually bachelor's degree, and the third horizontal bar actually is school leaving exams, and the last one no qualifications in science. And the orange color represents people from Malaysia, and the blue one represents people from Singapore. Okay, so LELB students, this is one of the students. So let me just read out the report and making some analysis. The chart demonstrates, or you could say illustrate, or indicate, or show, or even delineate, okay, the percentages of people who have different science qualifications in 2 countries. Namely means actually when you want to give more details or more exact, or to be more exact about something you have just said. So you could say, for example, for instance, namely Singapore and Malaysia. So this is one of the flashcards. So the first paragraph or introductory paragraph of the IELTS writing task 1 actually is a kind of repetition, or repeating the whole let's say information that has been specified in the graph. So actually you just try to create the first impression and also reflect the first impression of the photo or visual data. Okay, generally it can be seen that in both nations, smaller groups of people go through higher levels of education. Yeah, that is true. Just a small proportion of the whole population actually is or are highly educated. I mean, they have master's degrees, but the main part of the whole population are uneducated, or actually they don't have any science qualifications. That is true. So unfortunately, the people who have no qualifications constitute a large group of people in Singapore and Malaysia. For example, it's better to say, you could say, to be more specific, to be more exact, to be more precise, at 60% and 65% respectively. Respectively means in the same order, in turn, respectively. That is true. It means that 60% for Malaysia and 60% for Singapore and 65% for Malaysia, respectively. Okay, in IELTS writing task 1, you need to use some intensifiers and adverbs of frequency, for example, respectively, to be more precise, and approximately, sharply, gradually, and something like this. Okay, so the second group of people who have school leaving qualifications accounts for, or you could say represent, or constitute or make up 30% and 35% of the people in Singapore and Malaysia, approximately, means nearly. So when you use some digits and numbers to show the quantity of something, approximately actually is a good adverb if you are not certain about the exact quantity of that. So furthermore means moreover. When it comes to, you see there are so many flashcards here. It means when this is the topic, when we talk about this, when it really matters. When it comes to bachelor's degrees, it's better to pluralize degree, say bachelor's degrees. Singapore overtakes Malaysia. It means it's a pioneer in comparison to Malaysia, and exceed, you could say. Let me write it here. Exceed as a verb. Okay. Malaysia making up or accounting for 20% and 10% of people in turn. In turn means one after the other in an agreed order. Again, respectively, in order. So, turning to the tiny group of people who have master's degrees, again, actually, it's better to say degrees. Master degrees, they compose 30% of the population in both countries. Yeah. So, and to be honest, visual data analysis, actually, choice of words here, I can say it is good. Coherence, great. Cohesion, great. Grammar, excellent. And reasoning, I have added this line. The proportion of uneducated to highly educated people in both countries is 20-1, respectively, which per se means by itself. Per se, by or of itself, which per se indicates the wide gap in the entire spectrum. And that spectrum refers to the range of people starting from highly educated and ending to resulting in or ending in actually uneducated or without any science qualifications. And word count is 121. That is insufficient number, an insufficient number of words, because for this task you need to write at least 150 words. But actually this chart was really simple, and it was not complex. Because of that, actually, perhaps the essayist or essay writer could not use, or could not use more than this number of words. And anyway, so I really hope that you enjoyed this unit. Please do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and because there are so many other videos waiting for you. And also, if you're interested to participate in a free English class for IELTS and TOEFL, you can just click here and contact me. This class is free for all, so I am sure that you will find the class useful. Thank you very much for your attention, and till the next time, bye bye.